talked about the bond between the city of Portland and the Blazers team. He said the connection comes in part because we're isolated in the Pacific.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Now here's Powell, 6 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3, rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George, no good. Here's the break. Moving it up. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Covington. Foul for 3. It's hauled in by George.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
Outside, Batum. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Morris. Rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game. No good on that one.
Norman Powell at the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Here's Los Angeles now. Now George. Pass to Batum. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Batum trying to break loose, and it's Leonard missing.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Lillard surveying the D. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5. Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
Fires from 18. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The layup missed. The Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Batum. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts at maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
Oh, man, and Jackson is terrific at playing both ends of the floor. And his trademark quickness, really putting forth a great effort on defense to come away with that steal.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Leonard the pass to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the
defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
That free throw good from George. Good on both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Bucket is good.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight with.
And here's George. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Goes up, and the dunk by Batum.
And Batum is so skilled at finishing off these dunks. His vertical is just astounding.
Lillard attacking. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
Oh, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
Jackson passes to George. Trains the three-pointer. George has got 5.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Outside, Batum. George from deep three-point land.
You gotta like seeing McCullough get gritty on defense, using his quickness to throw shooters off.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Clippers on top. They're up by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Here's Simons. Good.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
Out to Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Anthony. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point. So he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays well.
Outside Anthony. Shoots over Patterson. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Carmelo Anthony.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters. An elite level scorer who gets plenty of opportunities.
Here's man. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out to Ibaka. Plenty of space. And Cantor pulls it down.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Stolen away. Here's Beverly. Finished off the break. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. The 3 from Anthony. And with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ibaka against Cancer. Clock at 6. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 4. Now the pass to Cantor. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Simons. The offensive rebound. No good that time. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Beverly. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 4. Man passes to Patterson. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Man passes to Patterson. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. So Portland ends up going with the new group. George against McCollum. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. George double teamed. Leonard against Powell. And it's Leonard missing. McCollum with the ball. Outside Covington. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. It's all tied in Portland. And now we'll send it. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Baca comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
And for Portland, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And Lillard kicks to Powell. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Poked away. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Beverly against Lillard. McCollum outside. Misses the 3.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Leonard dishes to Beverly. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Lillard, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. And so here's Portland. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
And Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Passes to Carmelo. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Kennard covering. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And it's Simons missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Kennard kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Patterson. Taken away by Anthony. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And the pass to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go. Here's Simons. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Leonard against Anthony to the inside. Patterson passes to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Here's Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Portland.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We come back right after this. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 7. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Clippers right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Kennard finds Jackson. Kennard's shot is off.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
And the shot goes in.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
McCollum against Kennard. Passes it to Batum. Shot clock at 6. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now, here's Lillard. Baseline try. McCollum outside. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. They double-team McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Front pass the arc. Jackson misses. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Outside Covington. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll. This is a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
Morris against Powell. Kennard for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Lillard outside. McCollum passes to Covington. 6 to shoot. Nurkic trying to get open. Covington's shot is off. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Fires for 3. Nurkic finds Lillard. Top of the key. Stolen by George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Jumps up, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just incredibly fast in transition. It's just the defense's worst nightmare when he's leaking out in the open floor.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. They get it back.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Yusuf Nurkic.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And the reflexes are just key. Kawhi is already anticipating that shot before he even gets the ball.
Now Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never...
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the 2 guard. Harden the pass to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. McCollum, no good. Harris looking it over. To the paint. It's deflected and stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here we go. McCollum outside. Right wing. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
Passes it to McCollum. It's up a 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. And the Nets with possession. On the wing, Harden. Pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Down low. Brown dishes to Harden. And it's sent back by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. A 3 from McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Shot clock at 5. Jordan the pass to KD. Harris trying to get free. The shot by KD. No good. Three-pointer, Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here is Harden. Outside Durant. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down kicks to Harden. Fires from the wing. They grab their own miss. Jordan and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
The pass to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Here's McCollum. Lillard against Harden. Nurkic trying to get open.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. Harden outside. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
A spindly guy. Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Anthony down low. KD's on him. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Anthony. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Cantor's shot is off. The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And he knocks down the first one.
Kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony, and stolen by Harris. 3-on-3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brown. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Off the run, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Now, here is Harden. He's tightly guarded. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Harden's got 9. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. Here's Simons. Back to Canner. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Outside Irving. Dinwiddie right side. And the layup falls. Claxton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Anthony. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray. Anthony's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Melo cashing in right now from the perimeter where he's in transition and spotting up. You got to get to him.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. He kicks to Irving. From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Kyrie's got such a great touch from the outside. He's making that long shot look way too easy for a point guard of his size.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 10. Griffin dishes to Irving. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Outside Griffin. To the paint. Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Nurkic. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Nurkic trying to get open, and then Lillard slams it in.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Nets leading by 9.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Outside Irving. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Puts it up. A second chance effort. Outside for Griffin. Lets it go with the 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Griffin. Irving's got 9.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Launches it. Powell with it. Guarded now by Irving. Back to Powell. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
Offensive rebound. Here's Claxton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Our team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. He has 6.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. On the wing, Irving. Down low. Here's Claxton. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Pushing it up. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Dinwiddie outside. Kicks it to Griffin. To the middle. Here's Irving. Over McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, it's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What do you think? And that'll do it for...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Portland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
KD finds Jordan. Outside for Durant. Shoots over Covington. Misses off the left iron.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Shot clock at 6. Here's Here's Powell, and it's sent back by Irving. And he's able to get it back. Here's Nurkic, pass to Powell. And another shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Lillard. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Nurkic.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Lillard attacking. That one drops for him. Lillard's got 6.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. On the wing, Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Jordan. Back to Harden. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Cantor. Jones against Harris. Jones the pass to Simons. Portland needs to get off a shot. Cantor can't hit that one. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Irving. It's deflected, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 9. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Rejected by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
Outside, Jones. That's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
Oh, he wanted these people to hear that one. KD looking around. Irving kicks to KD. And the Nets miss again. The Trailblazers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Good on the bucket. Anthony's got 5 now.
Anthony's still running the floor well, even at this stage in his career. Gets out and coasts right past the D.
There's the pass to Harden. Harden outside. Inside, Jordan. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Here's Anthony. And it's blocked by Jordan. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. McCollum outside. Dinwiddie against Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Lillard operating with smoothness there makes the defender overcommit, and when you're out of position, you end up fouling.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving for three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third. Nets lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Brooklyn has possession. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Irving. Over McCollum.
And guys, the shot selection has not been as good in the second half, and I think that's what's really affecting their field goal percentage.
Pass to Powell. Covington trying to break free. Unable to get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. In the corner, it's Griffin. He kicks it to Irving. Over in the corner, Green. Dinwiddie outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Griffin.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Lillard from outside. Green with the rebound. Nets leading by 7. Here's Irving. Here's Claxton. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harden scanning the floor. Brown dishes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, Jordan's such a great dunker. Some of the jams he has are completely jaw-dropping.
Lillard outside. McCollum finds Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. 4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point lead. Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. Harden against Lillard. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And taken away by Brown. And here is KD. Harris outside. Outside, KD. He dishes it to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Back to KD. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. And the basket is good. And the Nets lead by 10.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and Lillard gets it to go.
Well, compact and strong Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Now here's Harden. To the inside. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Brown. It's Powell on the wing. From outside, off the mark. And Brooklyn has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo! One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So the next starting five. Joe Harris is out there at Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Mann in at the 3 slot. Now here's Harden. Pass to Harris. He feeds it to Jordan. There's the triple. Joe Harris, and that's good. Harris has got the game going here with the first basket for the Nets. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Now, here is Harden. Passes it to KD. Shot clock at 6. Count it.
With his size, KD almost unstoppable from mid-range.
Now Beverly. Outside, George. The pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. For the 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And here are the Nets. Nets passing it around. Lots of room. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
Beautiful catch and shoot from Kevin Durant. He's one of those guys that can do it consistently every night.
Morris looking over the floor. To the paint and stolen by Jordan. Harris outside. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Beverly. Mann passes to Zubac. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Morris against Durant. He dishes it to Jordan. Out to Harris. Left side, KD. With the clock winding down, the shot's good from Jordan.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Clippers trail by 4.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Harris dishes to Harden. Back to Harris. Pass to Harden. George against Brown. And George kicks to Beverly. And the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 4. On the way, Harris. Dishes it to Harden. And yes, it's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
George with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Here's Morris. Shoots over Brown. That misses off the backboard. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Harden kicks to Durant. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 19 seconds left to play in the first. The kick out to Brown. Goes back up. And that one goes long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
Leonard hits them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
A deep 3 from Irving. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his
old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
and he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at point guard. Here's Jackson. After Jeff Green's bucket, Kennard for three. Green with the rebound. Nets leading by 6. Out to the wing. Griffin looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Ibaka outside. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Irving. And the basket by Jackson.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And it's Irving missing. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Here now is Dinwiddie. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Green. Pass to Griffin. He kicks it to Irving. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Green. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Blake did a nice job of setting the pick, rolling, catching, and finishing.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. The 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And so Green will bring it up for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Irving lets it go from deep.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Green from deep. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Up top, Ibaka. The pass to Kennard. 1:11 left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I love how Ibaka's developed this little pump fake. If you're the defense, you can't overreact against him.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. Down low. Stolen by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Dinwiddie with it. Outside Irving. The shot's good.
So many things Kyrie gives you, including the ability to score no matter who he's up against.
Pass to Leonard. And here is Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ibaka in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Shoots from the corner. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jordan inside, defended by Ibaka. Harris passes to Harden. It's Brown with the drive. Stolen by Jackson. Morris kicks to Kennard. Ibaka dishes to Jackson. Morris outside. Launches a 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Kennard finds Jackson. Ibaka outside. Kennard for 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Now here's Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum inside the three-point line. Missed it, even after all those chances.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. Nice work to get it inside and to draw the contact.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris passes to Durant. Back to Harris. Batum against KD.
KD's jump shot is pure. It's been a staple in his arsenal for a long time.
Leonard with no one around. Zubac the pass to Batum. And the Clippers miss again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Harden finds Harris. Down low. Leonard's there. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Zubac. Rondo with it. And it's Harden picking him up. On the wing, George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to KD. Back to Harden. Here's the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Rondo. They grabbed their own miss. Stolen by Harden. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Up and in on the layup. KD's got 6 here in this quarter.
And right there, KD inside, pretty stealth for a near 7-footer.
Left side, Brown. And there's the feed to Jordan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Nets leading by 6. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Green. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Irving kicks to Griffin. To the middle. Here's Dinwiddie. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the game. Rondo looking around. Now Leonard. Outside, George. Clock is at 3. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Dinwiddie outside. Kicks it to Griffin. Green passes to Claxton. Back to Green. Leonard with the steal. Zubac finds Leonard. A 3 ball. Hands it from downtown.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
On the wing, Irving. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Count it from 12. And the Nets lead by 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Rondo. He feeds it to Leonard. The dish to Morris. Takes it out to Leonard. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. Dinwiddie left side. That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Oh, Leonard in position.
An all-NBA first-teamer in 2016. Kawhi can drop points on you from anywhere.
Dinwiddie against Rondo. And there's the pass to Green. Now here's Griffin. He's guarded closely. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. No good with the triple. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Harris. They get it back.
And if they've been saving a sure thing play, now is the time for it.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
A season that with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
A minute 50 left in the game. George passes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Outside Leonard. Fires the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Durant feeling it out a bit. Brown outside. Harden finds Jordan. The Nets need to get a shot off here. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. To Ibaka. Fires from deep. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
Ibaka, the pass to George. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Cousins. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Durant, that's good.
You talk scores, nobody does it better than KD. He'll go down with the greats.
Outside Leonard. The tray. It's good from beyond the arc.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point.
Tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Hi, everyone. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1. Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Clock at 4. Lillard with no one around. No good on the triple. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside, George. Now the pass to Morris. Nobody near Leonard. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got the opening field goal of the game for the Clippers. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Leonard, no luck. It's McCollum with the drive. Excellent D there from George.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
McCollum outside for 3. Again, McCollum missing. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Jackson is doubled. Back to Morris. Left side, Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes it to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. And it goes down 2 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's George. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three ball.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Powell. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 5. 2 on the clock. Over George.
And you can see they're struggling from the field. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Clippers leading by 5. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morris, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McCollum with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Leonard with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential. Stolen by Beverly. Picked away. And the pass to Anthony. Inside. Cantor. Back to Anthony. The Trailblazers rebound. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Zubac over Anthony, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot.
Oh, that could easily have been a three-point play. A little contact, Melo still goes right to it.
Passes to Zubac. It's tipped. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Takes the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Now, here's Kennard. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and Jones pulls it down.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Zubac, and the shot goes in. Zubac has got his first basket.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. Knocked loose. Zubac finds Kennard. Now Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Beverly for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And here's George for three. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jones drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Jackson finds Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post. Possesses great touch and great length.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
McCollum against George. McCollum outside. Kicks it to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Lillard against Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And Jones slams it in.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And it's George missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
No good. That would have tied it. Not going to go that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Beverly against Lillard. He kicks it to Powell to the left wing. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 3 on the basket for Nurkic. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And here's Leonard from 3. Cans it from downtown. Leonard's got 10 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Lillard with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Stolen by McCollum. Pass to Powell, and it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Well,
and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Portland with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Powell dishes to Lillard. Covington trying to break free. It's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Pass to Zubac. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
There's the pass to McCollum. Portland with a new 14. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard the pass to Cousins. And here's George for 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 9 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Lillard to the paint. Covington kicks to Lillard. 1:41 left to play in the third. Clock at 6.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
LA's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
1:11 left in the third. No good on the three. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kennard finds Jackson.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Good on the second free throw.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Anthony against Batum. Anthony dishes to Jones. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Anthony.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Jackson down low. Batum. Kennard against Jones. From the arc. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Simons surveying the D. With one on the clock. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, then it's Ibaka, and it's Morris in at power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it's blocked by Ibaka and stolen by Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Jackson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Outside Jackson from outside the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Powell against Jackson. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Lillard outside. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Covington kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. McCollum, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. And it's George in for Luke Kennard. And it's McCollum off the drive. Nurkic finds Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Lillard against Jackson. The open shot, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. Up top, Morris. Back to Leonard for 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Powell dishes to McCollum. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's it out to Covington. Powell, no one around him. Traps in the tray.
Norman Powell on the big-time delivery.
Clippers trail by 5. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And here's Leonard from 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it to McCollum. Powell against Leonard. A 3 from McCollum. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Clippers moving the ball around. And the wide open shot from Morris. Bullseye!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Yes!
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Oh, Morris in position. Nurkic with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Powell. Lillard. It falls!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
George against McCollum. Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Here's Simons. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. So the next starting five. Harden out there with Brown. And it's Durant. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Now here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Back to Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Harden scanning the floor. KD against Covington. Clock at 6. KD passes to Jordan. Powell with it. McCollum outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now here's Lillard, and it's McCollum in the corner. Again, McCollum missing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Harris's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
They get the rebound. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. It's a 5-point game. Pops it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Lillard against Harden. Now here's Powell. D right on him. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Count it. Good.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Harden outside. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nets passing it around to the inside. Here's Jordan. Durant finds Brown. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
The pass to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Here's Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Nurkic can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Lillard against Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Now, here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Now, Covington. Guarded by Jordan. Covington kicks to Powell. And here's McCollum for three. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 7.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Harden outside. 14 feet away. Jordan the pass to Harris. Durant with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Second shot opportunity. Jordan trying to free himself up. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Brown. Durant's got his second basket of the night. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to McCollum for the three. Jordan with the rebound. From past the arc. No good. Shot missing. It's all tied in Portland. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Here's Claxton and finds Dinwiddie. Anthony on the double team. Here's Claxton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now, here's Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Claxton, covered by Anthony. Claxton no good. Portland trailing here. And even 3-on-3 break. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Boy, he's like mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
Irving against Cantor. And Ennis Cantor picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Outside for Griffin. On the wing, Irving.
Got to give credit to the defense right there. That's where Hollis Jefferson sets himself apart.
Throws it up high, and Jones slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Trailblazers leading by 3. There's the triple. They get it back. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson tries again. Here's Cantor. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Simons surveying the D. Goes up again. Kicks it out to Jones. 1:57 left to play here in the half. And finally, that one's good.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Irving. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Green passes to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. On its way from Irving for 2. No good off the back of the rim. Trailblazers leading by 5. Now here's Jones. The pass to Carmelo. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Nets trail by 5. Harden the pass to Brown. Count it.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And another turnover here by Portland. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lillard against Harden. Passes it to KD. Covington with the steal. McCollum kicks to Powell. And it's blocked by Brown. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And then Durant with the dunk.
You know, why settle for the layup when you're this close? Durant might as well just turn it over and punch it home.
Lillard against Harden. McCollum outside. There's the 3. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
KD can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And a close game so far through the first. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brooklyn trailing. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Durant. To the middle, 4 on the clock, and Jordan slams it home.
Boy, Jordan still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
Harden against Lillard. McCollum outside. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got 10 points. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now here is Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. KD against Covington.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And taken away by Brown. Down low. And Brown throws it down hard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Powell, following the bucket by the Nets. And the dunk by Powell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Brooklyn with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Harris passes to Harden. The feed to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes down. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Lillard. He feeds it to Covington. Lillard outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
Harden is as steady as falling rain. I mean, so consistent. Beautiful shooting form, a brilliant scorer.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the middle, stolen by Durant. Brown outside. Lobbed up there for Durant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. Three-pointer. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And here's Harden for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Now here's Anthony. No good on that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Brown drives in. Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Can't get it to fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Nets out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Irving at the 2 spot.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now here's Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 3.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Seven-foot shot, and Griffin sends it back. On the wing, Green, guarded by Powell. Irving against McCollum. Irving passes to Claxton. Outside Griffin. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard with no one around. Off target from 3-point range. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Claxton with the bucket.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
And here's McCollum. He kicks to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Feeds to Covington. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Covington.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Jordan, high post. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Powell. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here is Durant. To the inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Shoots over Lillard. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 4. There's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Man, I tell you what, you just really got to admire and respect the fearlessness of Covington. Never backs away from taking a crucial shot.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Durant. inside, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Lillard outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Now here's Durant. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by McCollum. Durant with a wide open look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment, never rattles.
In-chance shot. Covington kicks to McCollum. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Harden. Here's KD. With 3, Harris. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 3. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Now Durant. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the three. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the shooting guard. Harden outside. In these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking Do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's Durant on the wing. Ibaka against Jordan. Brown outside. Back to Jordan. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And finished off by Leonard.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. And George, here we go. That shot off the mark. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Harden finds Jordan. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Brown against Jackson. Jordan. Out to Harris. Over George. Offensive rebound. Jordan the pass to Durant. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, George from deep. Jordan with the rebound.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Durant down low. Leonard's there. The shot comes out.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And here's George for 3. George missing again. The Nets have gone a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The pass to Leonard. And he gets the bucket.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Here's George following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. 5 on the clock. And here's George for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, I feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1 for 4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
Now, here is Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there with DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Outside, George. Kicks to Leonard. Launches it. The rebound by Harden.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Harden. Lets it go from 14. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. And that one hits back iron.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Jackson. Up again. Kevin Durant with the rebound. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris has got the ball, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
To the middle. Jackson kicks to Morris. Shoots over KD. And again, no good by the Clippers. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Nets. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Irving. Fires for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Mann. Down low. Stolen. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Picked his pocket. Patterson finds Beverly. Pass to Kennard. From deep. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Irving kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers leading by 4.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
With the putback, it's good on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Outside Irving. Left side Griffin. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. And a wide open look for Irving. And nothing is falling for him right now. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's Beverly missing. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Irving finds Griffin. The shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. On the wing, Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Inside. Got a piece of it. Now, here's Zubac. Not a lot of room. Another shot. They shoot again. Dishes to Patterson. There's the pass to Mann. Beverly wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets trail by 4. Oh, Griffin in position. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is why Blake Griffin appears on your highlight reel on a nightly basis. Loves rising up for the alley-oop.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Back to Green. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Green's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Now here's Beverly. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dinwiddie passes to Green. Back to Dinwiddie. Green against Zubac. Green dishes to Irving. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Kennard finds Zubac. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here's Kennard. Connects from three-point range. Kennard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Irving for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ibaka. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Clippers also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. And George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. George, no good. Nets trail by 3. Back to KD. Pass to Jordan. To the paint. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
LA has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. KD against Leonard. Left side Ibaka. Outside Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
KD finds Jordan. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0-3 start.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Passes it to Harris. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Left side, Jordan. Back to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Outside, George. Zubats trying to break loose. Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. And George kicks to Leonard. To the inside. It's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Harden. Here's Jordan. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Pass to George. Back to Beverly. Ibaka looking for an opening. Knocked away and stolen by Jordan. Outside, KD. At the elbow, Harden. For the lead. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Beverly against Harden. Right side, George. Back to Beverly. At the elbow, it's Cousins. He kicks it to Beverly. And a miss there on the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Harden outside. Here's KD. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
The Nets with the lead. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside, KD lets the 3 fly. The shot will not fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front, up by 2. 2K Sports back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Kyrie Irving. Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Claxton in its center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Griffin with the steal. To the middle. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nets. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to Kennard. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. No good on the triple. The net shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. On the wing, Irving. The pass to Claxton. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And on the way from Irving for 3.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Feeds it to Patterson. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one fast break. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And so he makes both from the line. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Irving surveying the floor. Over Morris. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Outside Griffin. Back to Irving. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harden kicks to Harris. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Harden dishes to Jordan. Looking for George. He gets it there. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. On the pass to KD. Over Morris. They get it again. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
DeAndre Jordan has seen these moments before. Not usually the guy called upon, but, man, delivering in a big spot.
Outside Leonard. Launches a three. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Clippers running again. And it's George finishing it off.
That's what
the coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris with it. George picks him up. Durant with a wide open look. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Pass to George. 34 seconds left in the game. 6 to shoot.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
It's in!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Beverly. A 3-ball. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight. Bye.